We are back with Ohio's retirement coach Greg Taylor along with Legacy Vice President Kristen Taylor. And today it's all about being happy, and that is something we like to hear, guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so this obviously the vision we kind of all have for our golden years, right? We want to be happy. We have this life full of leisure. We want to travel. We want to do all these things we plan for. So how often do you find that people, when they retire, are truly happy?
Well, you know, it's sometimes. And here's why, because retirement marks that transition we've talked about before. And what we find is that when people are in their working years, they identify with what they did for a living. So if they're
Right.
a teacher, you know, if someone asks, what do you do or who are you, they identify as a teacher, and that goes away in retirement. So then they need to find a new identifier, right? A new purpose for all those years, which could be 30 years really. And so the people who are happiest are those that have found that niche that they can identify with in retirement.
Right, a new passion, because initially when you retire, just not having to go into the office every day or not having to clock in every day is wonderful, but it doesn't take very long before we're not fulfilled by playing golf every day. We're not fulfilled by just traveling and doing those things. And here's an interesting fact. Grandma Moses, who is a tremendous artist, she didn't begin her first painting until she was 76 years of age. Amazing.
Really?
So, yes. So these are the things that find a new passion in retirement, whether it's volunteering, whether it's just, loving on your family and pouring your time into them, whatever it is, find a passion and love it. And that way you can really have that joy that's inside that really produces true happiness.
Right, because you need a passion that gives you purpose. I mean, that's what people
Yes.
need, right? Something that really drives them. So what are the things that make people unhappy when you find them in retirement?
Yeah, so one of the things is the biggest fear among retirees is running out of money. I mixed my two words together there, right? So running out of money, the fear of that.
Right.
And it's not just running out of money per se, it's more running out of income, because your income equals your lifestyle. And so when you hit those retirement years and you're looking forward and you don't know that end date, right? None of us know what our last day will be. And so understanding that there is a way to take away that fear by nailing down that foundation, which is your income.
That's true. And also, outside of the money thing, it's learning to be grateful and learning to count your blessings. And I read something recently that said if you just, in fact, it's in the book, there's a study on this a little bit, that if you just every day have a 5-minute gratitude journal, that will increase your overall well-being by 10%. And that's the same that doubling your income would do. So if it's easier to write down what you're grateful for 5 minutes than it is to double your income, right?
Right.
So just being grateful and learning to find the blessings in your life, because so many people that are retired are depressed. And they are, I think, because you focus on your ailments, you focus on other
they're not
things.
satisfied.
That's right. So learning to be grateful is a very big way to be happy.
That's a good lesson for life in
Yes, it
general.
is.
Yeah.
So what type of planning do we need to make retirement the most enjoyable?
Well, I touched on part of it there with setting your income. And we look at retirement as kind of a house, if you will, a financial house. Setting that financial foundation as your income, and then building on that, making sure that your investment plan's in order, making sure you have a solid estate plan. We talked a little bit, my mother's currently in hospice, and I can't tell you how many people I've talked to over the last 2 weeks who have asked me, what do I need to do? How does Medicare work? How does Medicaid work? What if I need to leave hospice and go into a long-term facility? And there's so many unknowns out there, so getting all those things in order before you're in that emergency situation, if you will, that helps tremendously to take some of the burden and pressure off.
Right, take that stress out.
Yes.
So there is a new offer today featuring your good friend Patrick Kelly. I was just saying, he is great at writing
Yes, he is.
different varieties of books about retirement.
And this piece is a great lifestyle piece. It teaches us how to think outside the box and how to think towards gratitude and those things. Not talking about money here, we're talking about how to live your life and be happy. So the first 20 callers today, we're going to send that out complimentary, and I hope it'll be a blessing to some people.
Easy read.
All right, I want to thank you both for bringing that to us today.
Oh, you're welcome.